I may need to ask you to say more because I don't name it. I wouldn't have thought to name it. But I do feel, but tell me if this isn't what you're speaking about, I feel at best, when it's working, energy. I just feel energy. I rarely rarely do even one of the masters come to mind. But I just feel it's so perfect that they're behind us in such a big way. I often feel that when I'm up here. You know, every colony is different, the way they have their altars. And this was an odd thing for me, though I didn't feel critical of it when I was down at CSE, Center for Spiritual Enlightenment, down in San Jose. But I mean, I actually liked the people, and I didn't feel critical, but the altar is in a very different place. And who's on the altar is very different. And it's just, I wasn't blessing down there, which was a blessing. But so this matters to me that they're here. And I feel very strongly at times their energy flowing through. And that's what happens for me. It's not a name. I mean, I could call it anything other than, but it just feels like an energy. Is that what you're talking about?
And let's broaden the question. When intuition happens, and you know in your own heart this is true guidance, is that different for you in terms of, do you ever want to know how to name the source of that intuition or not?
You know, this is so, I'm not answering this or in this discussion with you like there's a right way or a wrong way. Or intuition, here I feel a flow of energy. Intuition feels like an instantaneous realization in the heart chakra area. It comes. It's a knowing, and for me, it's something expansive. It can be just in the form of a knowing instantly about something in my own life, something that somebody else has been talking to me about. The answer comes. You know, I don't know, you know, I was just before that Indian satsang, which is for all Kriya bonds, and the title of that satsang was Kriya is the answer to everything. It was a fun satsang to do. But in preparation for that, I sort of reread, reskimmed, I would say 3 or 4 books, but one of them was Devarshi's, and which I love that book. He just such a beautiful book on Kriya that's for everybody. So whether you're a Kriya bond or not, you can and would hopefully enjoy reading it. But he shares a story in there, which everyone will remember, about he was asked at one point to be part of a team that was trying to problem solve, I think at Crystal Hermitage, a plumbing problem. Plumbing. I mean, when you think of Devarshi, you don't immediately think of plumbing, but he's very smart and, of course, very tuned in, but and he said they had hired plumbers, they had so many work people trying to solve this problem. Do you remember this story? And nobody could solve it, and he had been working on it, and he was just about, I think he says this, maybe I'm making this part up, but I'm not sure, that he was just at the point where he was going to have to say to Swamiji, we can't get it. And he sat down in meditation that morning with this problem in his mind, and he said, right in the middle of meditation, he just saw the answer. It just came. Like, you know, how is that after all of this time and people and everybody? And he was making the point, such a beautiful and we would say obvious point, but you know, everything on the spiritual path is obvious till you realize how much you're not living it. Then you want to review it. but point that in an uplifted state of consciousness, we can know things that we can't know at other times. Things can just come to us because every single bit of knowledge, calculus, physics, plumbing, medicine, relationships, exists. It's there, right? I was just having, so if we raise our consciousness to meet that, we can know anything. Master didn't study anything. He didn't even want to finish school, you know. I was reading, was it The Hindu Way of Awakening? Lakshmi, was that what it was that we were talking about the other day? I think it was The Hindu Way of Awakening. That is a very hard book to read. Do I have the right book? Swamiji talks about every philosopher, so many philosophers, and it's not The Hindu Way of Awakening. Religion in the New Age, thank you, yeah. And recently I picked it up. I think it might have been for the same satsang. And I didn't read it cover to cover, but I read a story here, just see what inspiration will come that I could share the next day. And I thought, who was this soul? Who was this soul? He's written nearly 150 books, but the fund of knowledge in that one book, most professors of philosophy who have studied it their whole life wouldn't know. And then to apply it to what's coming, where it works, where it doesn't. He didn't learn that. He meditated in such a way that that knowledge that's out there always, and it's not just knowledge, it's healing, it's joy, it's overcoming any illness, though most of us can't, and we shouldn't be hard on ourselves, but all of the ability to become perfected beings is right there. Now, when some of that comes my way, that feels like intuition to me. Exactly. And sometimes I'm like that. I mean, I'm looking right here. It's so interesting at this adorable little girl. Her mother was pregnant with her. I'm on a Zoom call during the pandemic, and her name comes to me. I'd never heard the word. What is that? And what made them decide to agree to it? I mean, it's just, that it's from somewhere. That was clearly her name. Her real name is Adishri, but they call her Adu most of the time. She knows her name is Adishri. She also knows I'm talking about her. You are so cute when you get shy. And these people haven't seen you when you're not shy. But the point is, and Kushi reminded me, I might have thought of the quality exalted. The word exalted might have come to my mind, not. And I'm on a funeral online, but I Googled exalted in Sanskrit, Adishri, and it was just right. I just knew, and there's a whole story about it, which I won't take time to tell. Intuition is that truth. This does not feel like intuition to me. It feels like being an open channel. And of course, when you're an open channel, more intuition will come. But to me, it feels different. Is that? Yeah, it's a discussion.